Handyman Lou here. Another bike built. Now I'm putting you right here in the camera so you can see how I cut these. If you have a sharp pair of scissors, or I don't know that what do you call it? See that? You don't have to cut it in 4, 3 pieces, you know, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Just one half. You could stretch it. Look how, you know, just bounces right back. Don't worry about all that. Alright, here we go. Now we're going to put the rim up here. So you can see me put that piece under the rim. It's a beach cruiser. Whoopsie, sorry. Hope you didn't get dizzy over that. You gotta remove. Where's that? Where's she at? Hold on a second. Let me show you. Oh, here's your brake caliper. This is your rear brake. Beach cruiser. This is a modernized one. You have to remove the nut and the washer. Take that out. Put it on the side. I got the nut and washer in this tray. You got to remove this cap. Cap sits on here. I know. Up here, people out there on me. Oh, that's the dust cover for the bearing. Well, if you want your bike to work, you got to remove that cap. Period. Nothing you can do about it. Anyways, you remove the cap. If you want to save it, you save it. If you want, discard it. Now we get the cut piece. I like to bring the folded ends inwards. Cut piece, make it go around. There you go, like that. Huh? Period. Then you get the whole piece. This is not cut in half. You can put that one there. You can put this one here. You stick one of these through the both of them. Now I'll have to bring you up, the camera up this way, so you can see what I'm doing. More or less. Hope you don't fall down again. If you do, I'll catch you. Don't worry. I'll rescue you. I ain't going to catch you because my hands are right here. So, this is the difficult part. It's probably the whole. This takes up most of the time of the build. What I like to do is set them all up. Look, put all the nuts down here. Put all the washers down here that belong on it. Okay, so that's that. I grab myself a flat washer. And now this is going to be live time. This is live. This is not cut it, edit it. This will be live so you can see how long it actually takes for someone to put this together. And I've been doing this for 10 years now. I've been doing it for the last 10 years. See that? Even a 10-year veteran mechanic drops the nuts all the time. I drop them every day. Sometimes you can't get it to hold. Turn with 2 fingers. Turn it out here. Turn the nut out here. Hold the nut from behind. Make sure it's not crooked now. Push it forward. Reel on your hand, because the nut is going in crooked. You can tell, you can see it's crooked. Now, once it's not crooked, you can spin it with your fingers. Next one. Gotta line them up. Gotta line all 3, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4 pieces all together. And make sure it can move. You see how I'm moving it around? That means I can center it at any time. That's what that means. As long as you can move it, you're in good shape. When you can't move it, that means you got it in the wrong hole of the spark. You done jammed it up somehow. So you got to take that one out, because if you check it every time you put in one bolt, here we go. Turn them until they stop turning, because they got that nylon locking on the back on the bolt, so you won't be able to turn them in but so far by hand. I just put it, there you go again, taking a leap. Yeah, this is getting ridiculous. Hold on a second. I got so much junk on this here table that I ain't got room for you. Here we are. Chewy's here. Chewy's here to see us. Hello, Chew. You inspected it? Did you check it out already? Ah, you're bored, are you? Okay, no problem. You happy? All right. Nice to see you. Okay, let's get back to work. Chewy came by to check us out. Came to check the bike work out. And pretty much, yeah, that's good. So now we got 3 in. Checking again to make sure I can center it all the way around. Yep. So now we're going to put the next 2 bolts in. The next 1 bolt, I mean. You know, this bike has decent size spokes. It has the a lot fatter spokes than these Huffies and these new whatever ones are coming from China. I don't know. I don't know what bike this is. What is this bike? Is that a Huffy? I gotta look at the front plate. There's no name on it. There's a name on the side. Fancy writing name, which I can't. In script, I can't read it because they script it too good. Flying Hyper. That's all it says. Hyper. That's in the script. Right. What type of bike it is, I don't know. I mean, that's the name brand, not the name brand, that's the name of the bike. Like, you know, Impala, you got Chevrolet, and then, well, the person had me on the phone so long, I got the last one. I'm starting now, the last bolt in, the last nut. Let's see here. Put this on. There we are. Let me get this out of the way. I got it set up. 10 millimeter and a 10 millimeter wrench. These guys together, I'll have that zipped up in no time. This is real time now. Even though I stopped you, it's really only been a few minutes on the phone, only a minute or 2. Now where's the what do I do with the pistol? This pistol. So now, there's no real work. You can't, there's nothing to line this up, so you got to make sure you come in slow with this. Just snug it up. Just give it a snug so you can move it. You don't want to, oh, that's not a 10, that's an 8 millimeter. Excuse me, I left the tray over here on the other side with the smaller sockets. Where's my 10? There's my 10. There we go. Anyways, as I was starting to do, let's get one of these on. We're just going to snug it. Just, you know, get every 1, 2, 3, 4. Snug it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Snug it. It's got to go down in this direction, and if you can see, I still can move it. It's not easy to move, but I can still move it. And now the first one, this side is pushed in. First one I'm doing is this one right here. See if it'll come in even. Now I want to know which one it is, so I do a spin. Oh, it's about almost perfect. I'm going to go like, I'm off of the smidge. I don't like it. I can't help it. I'm a perfectionist, or whatever you want to call it. I can't let it go. A little bit. Take a rubber mallet, push it down. A little bit more. That is perfect. We'll leave the rubber mallet right there because you'll probably need it again. Let's get all the rest of these about as tight as the other, the 3 that I just did. If you notice, I'm squeezing the trigger very lightly. Very, very little bit, like it's auto, almost auto, giving it the auto ratchet clutching system. Hear it? It's like clutching it, so it doesn't allow it to go too far in. I'm going around and around here. And, using the light clutching method, it's not moving around, and we're still loose enough for me to use the mallet to move the stuff. Alright. Alright, now. Over here I noticed there's one overlapping the plates. So we're going to take in, it happens, sometimes the plates aren't perfect. I'm just going to tap it back down away from the other plate so it'll come out flat. There it goes, that quickly. Not even hard. Now I check the centering again. It is off a little bit. It's got to come down right here. A little bit more. One more shot. Alright, I lied too. Another one. A little bit harder this time. There we go. Now I'm going for the gusto. Now we're going for the tightness. And right next to it. Now I picked the one bolt where the flange are divided. And now I even those flanges. Checking my system, turn the friggin' arm all the way around to this side. So it'll pull this side down now. Now right here is the split, So we're going to bring that one down to even that split. And now this is completely free, you see? Just when you hear it clicking, you know you're right. Okay, smoke it. It's on the side. Put the wrench down. Work on this. Here. That's pretty good centered. If there is a smidge off, which I see, it moves anyway. Let me see if I can move it. Nope. But I tell you who will move it. When you start that bike up, when you start riding, it'll bring it into line. Now, you can take your caliper, put it back on. Sometimes the caliper hits the bolts. And I'll show you what you're going to do if this one hits the bolts. If it don't hit the bolts, I'm leaving it alone. Here's the washer that goes with this. And then there's a nut without a butterfly flange to it, but it does have serrated edges on both sides. So we're going to want to put that nut back on first. Make sure you hold your caliper onto the little slot. Okay, and to show you how because this will want to spin around on you. And now, yeah, it's hitting. So now, regardless of whether it's hitting or not, I put a big wrench on here just to hold it still while I tighten it. That now, oh, same wrench. Sorry. Well, let me flip the socket. Now, let me get the other socket on. That's just to put the tire back on, right? Use the same wrench that I just threw down in here. I happen to put the nut and bolt for the brakes back on here, which is in my way. You take the wrench, put it in there, and now bend it up. It's hitting a couple of them. So we're going to bend it up some more. We'll go deeper in. Bend it up. Over here it's not touching at all. Over here it is. That doesn't make sense to me. This is aluminum, I noticed. This little piece. So now, to bring it back in alignment with your bar, you're going to lift it up here, and then you're going to push down here. Just like that. I put this bar under here, and I push down on the wrench real close over here where it hits, and I push this back down to give it back the alignment to catch the C-clamp for the brakes. And after all that, look, spins around, no touching. Alrighty, now, Joey being my guard dog again. Alright, setting up the camera to see if I can see anybody outside. Oh, let's put this over here. I got nowhere to put nothing on this table because I never work on the table. I work on No, on the bike on the ground. So now what we're going to do, set you up on the other table where I normally start putting the bike together at, where you guys been watching me from. So here it is, all together, goes around, not touching. I put a slight S-turn in it. I lifted this up real high and then I S-turned it down. And if it still don't work, I'll just do it again while it's on the bike. But here we are. We're going back on the table here, where I normally have you watching me. Not table, but toolbox. Put the tire back on with the chain. I really hate this part of the job because I gotta put my hands on this greasy ass chain. Came off the big rail. So let's get it back on this rail first. There we go. I know I gotta do this twice. Sometimes I forget it came loose. I'll grab my dirty rag. That's how this rag got this door easy open. This where I set up. Oh, no, still need one. Yeah, still need the big guy right here so I can tighten his nuts up. Sometimes I work faster than my brain is thinking. Alright, so I need to push. Yep. Actually, I took it on the outside. That hurt. What I'm going to do here is take a pair of vice grips. Take a pair of vice grips and push them together. Before I tighten it, I just need enough room to put the nut on it, lightly. There you go. Oh, great. It ain't ready for me. Let me see. I did bend it, so let's see if it's going on its own. Yes, it does. Now, I'm not going to tighten this one up yet. I'm just going to leave it hand tight so I can move the rim around because the rim is rubbing on this side already. I haven't tightened the rim up yet, so we're just going to leave this. I'm just going to go ahead and put this in here like this. Voila. Get there. Come on now. Get in there. Well, it's not the 15, I forgot. It's a 5/8. Which I had out. I took the thing off the rim. That's what happened. I just have so much junk in the way. Take it off over there. I know I took it off from up there because I took the rim off. I give him a minute. Set this This is the kind of crap that'll make your video extra long. This is what happens. Because you don't know what you did with the socket. Alrighty then. Right after I turn you off, put you on pause. It'll be 2 seconds, I'll find it. And I got tired of looking for it, so I just opened up. I just grabbed another socket. One of my many different places I keep stuff. I'm using a spark plug socket because this bike has a 5/8. It's American built, I guess. Oh yeah, that's pretty good, I'd say. Alright, let's put the 5/8 back. Normally I get bikes that are 15mm on that socket. Not the 5. I mean, not 5/8. That's why I know this is an American built bike. I need these. I need legs. Because we're going to slam the motor on next. Put the socket back. Where I got it from. Flip the bike back over. Because that portion is done. Here. Don't worry, I'll edit all that out. All the tools I need together. All the tools I've been using in my RV build, I got them all mixed. RV build and bicycle build. Double the intake of the tools. Gotta put them away. Got a bag down here full of tools. I got a friggin' box of tools over there, a tray of tools over here, another set of tools over there for the S10 build. I mean, you know, see what I got. I mean, out of control. Tools everywhere. Another 9/16. Here's a 10. Need that guy. It went right where it needed to go. That came after that. A cigarette lighter up here for lighting up my. I used to use the flame stove. Here's the other guy. That guy. Don't need this Phillips. Maybe these two screwdrivers. had tools out so long, I don't even know where they go anymore. Okie dokie, Smoky. Let's put this guy's away. Alright, here we go. What is this? This bike. Throw it away. Remove this now. Guess what? It gets cut off. You don't even use these. Go the fastest way possible. For you, you may be only building one bike in your lifetime, or 2 or 3 maybe. For me, this is over 100 or more bikes, maybe 200 or 300 by now. I haven't kept count. Since you've been with me, we've done 19 of them because they're on my video. And this started in November. I started again. I had the other couple of bikes beforehand, but this November was when I started over again with the black BBR bike. I started all over again with building bikes and recording. Okay. Okay, give it to me. Just let me have it. Smooth it over. There you go. Like that. So I don't like the handlebars. So he wants me to put these in. I don't think they're going to work, but we'll see. Oh, that's the ones I put on the BBR, on my BBR bike. He took them off. This guy's a good customer. He's a return customer. He's always buying bikes off me. He wants me to build it for him because he tried and screwed it up. So now he's into letting me do it. He's a good guy. I need prop it up. That's what I prop up the kickstand. There you go. Now I know. Comes up this way, that way. Might be a girl's bike for all we know, right? Oh yeah, let me look at the front of this sucker. What's this called? HBC since 1930s. Since 1990 this company's been out. It's called the HBC company and they named the bike Hyper. If you look right here, let me get you closer. Let me get the motor out of this bag first, and then I'll get you, show you what's the difference in this bike. Just, you know, little things like changing the location of the pedals and stuff. It gives the bike a hyper, they hyped up the bike, you know what I'm saying, man? It's like, you know, it really doesn't matter. Excuse me, it must be true. Anyway. Let me show you this. Normally this is straight, it comes down right to here. Then you have your split here where your kickstand goes. There's a little plate inside the middle of that. Well, on this bike they brought it all the way forward where the pedals go. So this bike has a little bit of a different style. Hopefully me putting I hope I can put a bracket on that. Holy crap, let me take a look real quick. It looks a little bit, I'm concerned. I'm very concerned right now. Now I know I'm going to need the clamp for there, but all I need to do is see if it fits. And that was, I'll pull the stuff off this in a minute, off the front of it. Right in there. I just drop the block that goes in the back. Very important to keep that block in there. Oh man, I'm just making it. It's just going to leave. Once I pull the studs off and it lowers it down there, it'll allow it to slide down on maybe an inch. Just going to make it. Let's pull off. Let us pull off the studs. First move. Throw a wrench down here. You lock one nut against the other nut. You know, there are many nuts in the world. So you lock the bottom nut to the top nut. Let's give it a good snug. And then it should loosen up the stud that's in there, and then you can take it off by hand once you get it loose. See that? Coming right out. Look at it. You got to reuse the two nuts. So you grab it with the pliers again. It shouldn't be that tight. Put the wrench down, the pliers down, get the two nuts off of here. Save the stud for a later time. You may need it. Want something else, that little nut could save you from going crazy looking for something. So we put one nut in. If it gives you a problem, use the wrench, put it in there. The rule of thumb is I get it to at least flush. You can go deeper than that if you want, if you feel safer. I just go flush with the bolt. Bag it up. You stay right there because I'm going to show you how to put the plate on. So the two nuts that you use to pull the studs off, they're going to be reused on this clamp right here. So now you got to find out which two holes the clamp go to. Right here. The clamp is spread open too far. Even I can get it to squeeze together. So just squeeze them together till they fit just right. Keep checking. Even me with the arthritis hands can get these to match up. Another millimeter. I gotta use the other hand. Let's use both hands. Knuckle it together and then squish. You know, you can feel it moving when it moves. You don't want to stop as soon as you feel it moving. Right in. Okay, so I put that down. That's fine. They give you 2 studs. I like to put the clamp over top. Here. Putting the clamp down below is a hard time turning it in and out. You can do it either way. I like doing it from the top. Now I take myself a lock washer first. On this case, normally you start with the flat washers on everything else. The lock washer, then the flat washer, then the plate. Line the hole up. Just start it. Don't have to do it right now. Hold on. Alright, here we go. I'm going to turn the plate around because it's closer on this side. There we go. Another bolt. And there goes the flat washer. I mean lock washer. Flat washer. The bolt. See that? I just got them started. Now the reason why I said, if you look, there's more material on this side than there is on this side. So therefore I'm keeping it away from the wires. If I had put it on this side, it was actually bending the wires this way. So I took the left side so I can get it, because it's going to have to come around this way to plug up to the CDIs. Okay, don't leave them behind there, by the way. You might clamp them together and then you'll be wondering, why they won't start? Yeah, because it's shut the shell off. It's shorting it out. I mean, it's a good idea to use thread locker if you're not sure of how much pressure you got to put on those bolts. So the thread locker will help you. The thread locker will help you keep the bolt locked in here if you didn't tighten it up enough. Garbage. Anyways, here we go. Let's go back up here. You're going to see me mount the motor now. There we go. I hope that's about right. Oh, the clamp came out the back. Make sure you got that in there. It'll really be off alignment and it won't settle in right. Huh, that is weird. See this? I still have enough. Clamp it down. It's leaning up in the air because of the bars. The way these bars are built, they're going in the opposite directions. I mean, what are you going to do? Now I'm looking for all the flat washers, lock washers, and nuts to go on the back. Let's start out with you need a clamp. You need a motor clamp. And they are, on this one they are identical. On some other ones they're not. The front is wider. For some, they're trying to make the engine wider. so you can put them on wide stays like this, but some of those stays, they're making them even wider yet. So the engine can only go so wide, but the manufacturer figured out just make a plate wider, make the clamp wider. So no matter how wide they want to go, we've always got it covered. You know what I mean? Jelly bean. And again, flat washer, lock washer. And the nut. So the good thing is they give you, no matter this stud, this U-clamp, the studs up front here, these studs here, or these studs here, that's where you can use this stud. Never know when you lose. This is an Allen key now. Well, you could thread this stud right inside that. If you lose your Allen key, put both studs in there, and then just find yourself some, I think it's 6 or 8 millimeter threading. That's what they're very good for. If you're in a pinch, you just go ahead, thread yourself the studs in there, and put the lock washers like this. Should have had in the first thread locker. There's a few of these nuts in here. They're a lot smaller. Start collecting them now. 4 of them. 4 washers. They're smaller. Start collecting them now. Put them on one side. With the 4 nuts. Because what they do is hold the gas tank on. Then you'll find yourself the real small flat washers. So like those, put them over there. 4 and 4, you know what I'm saying? There, I only got 3 flat washers. There we go, number 4. I got them all behind this stud. I know where it's at. They're all stuck to each other. Now if I pull this down this way, because they give you either one. You can use the nylon locking thread here on this particular kit, 4, so 4, 2 in front, 2 in the back, or they give you the free threaded one. The lock washer takes care of holding it there. You don't need a thread locker tighten up. So all this is gravy, extra use for other parts and spare parts, for instance. You add it to your hoard, you will need it. Now we're going to just tighten this up. Tighten this one up, tighten that one up. A little bit here, a little bit over there. There you go. I'm going to stop there. Thread is coming out the head of the nut. It's peeking out, so we're going to use this side now. Do the same thing. Get it to peek out. It's peeking out like that. Still don't feel tight, so we're going to continue. Now I'm feeling a drag on the nut. And then I'll do the same way on this side. Now, a lot of times you're not going to be able to use a ratcheting wrench like this. You're going to have to open-end it, like over here. I got to open-end it. So I'm going to put, because this is a clamp and I can see the threads and stuff, I'm going to put considerable pressure on this particular one because of the way it's sticking up. I just want to make sure it won't move. Gabish. Okay. Yeah, this is a little slow, this part, you know. At least it's not as slow as that damn rim. Putting that damn sprocket on that rim. I can feel a lot of pull tension on this here nut. What I'm doing is I'm looking at both of them and I'm checking to see. They're even right now, so I'm going to get some this side. I like to work on the harder side first. On the side you could, you know, can't reach as well first. That feels tight. Now we're going to do this side until I get it to match that side, and that's it. That's all I'm going to do. I'm not going to do any more than that. Alright, hey, look at that. I'm pulling very hard. It ain't going nowhere. Chain ain't going to pull that over to the side. Nothing. Nothing's going to happen. Not a thing. I'm going to put the muffler on now. And then the CDI and cable, because this is very short. Oh, that shouldn't have no problem. I probably could put the CDI right down here. Yes, sir, I will. I am going to do that. There's the gasket. It's a good gasket. The gasket has metal in it. Some kind of graphite on the front and back, and then some look like paper, but it has metal in it. So let's grab the pipe one. Let's see where this lands at. Will it hit the pedal? Will it miss the pedal? Perfect. Nowhere near it. Nowhere in the vicinity. I'm giving it the final tightness. That feels like it's stripped. Why do it feel stripped? Oh, I'm just leaving it alone. I'm not even going to work on it too hard. Leave it there. See another problem. It just rise. Let's take a look at that real quick. Oh, look how close that is. Well, guess what? It's going to have to sit that way. This bike is causing a lot of problems. A lot of little details that are messing with us. Now, I know it's going to fit here. This bracket. For sure. However, look at that. That is funny crap. Funny crap. Let's put this way. Put it on this side. I'm going to try something here. Oh, I'm sorry. It's hitting the motor. Alright, but no, it don't reach. That is some funny crap, man. It still will fit there, though. Which I'm going to do. I got another idea. That's what the clamp keeps going. Put one here. This has its own size nut also, with, doesn't have a lot further than that. They figure, you know, this is so light, it won't evaporate itself loose. I'm just getting the nut started, and I'm real tight. This, you know. There you go, look at that. I hope y'all can see all of this. Because I know I've been recording, and some of it's been cut off. Not me. Anyways, this is where it's going to sit. It reaches the spark plug now. So we're going to make it sit there. Where is my tray of sockets? I left it up there. Why? Huh. Okay. Find out the little, I think it was this one. I told you I think too fast. Let's see here. Let's take this one first. And this one. And this one. And this one. There you go. Spark plug will reach. It's the one we were concerned with. Now I take these. I guess I gotta undo them. I can't see which one is blue. And each one is black. Down here. No zip tying them yet. Blue coils. What I am doing is this. Get rid of that. Check your gap, make sure it didn't get crushed. Hey, why ain't the bike starting? Why won't it start? Yeah, well, you got no gap in there to shoot a spark. I need these guys. They're going in the tray with the nuts and bolts. And these two guys. Oh, there's one more now. Two. There. Gas tank mounts. Put them in the tray. Grab your shuttle valve, gas cap, filter and line. Oh, and don't forget the rubber washer that goes on your line. Now this one's the different one. Remember I showed you the other one's had a collar on it. You could spin it, spin it, spin it. It was like 3/4 inch. This one here is a 9/16. It threads into the gas tank. It's completely different. So you have to have the rubber washer here for that gas tank. So what they did is they put the thread on the inside. It's exactly the same thing. Sometimes they thread out here, so they put the thread thing in here, or they thread it inside, so you can thread it on the inside. That's all the differences it is. But it's exactly the same thing. The only thing on this one is where it stops at by hand. You gotta be careful. See how it stopped all the way? You gotta try to make it come around. Not hard. If it don't want to come around, let it sit where it wants to sit. Because you can strip these out too. Let it sit where it wants to sit. If it sits behind, that's not good. Gotta come around. At least there you can grab it from the backside. And it's a good idea on this bike anyway. Look what happened here. Guess what's going to happen? See, the eye got to come around here. Man, let me tell you. They really mess a bike up, so you can't put a kit on it. You have to be innovative. You have to innovate. You don't let it stop you. Come around this way. Right here. That should not be getting hot enough for it to freaking burn. As long as the wire stays away, it should be okay. Innovation. Oh, oh, oh. There you go. And now I can both of those nuts anyway, a lot better. Check it out. Plenty of gap. It shouldn't bother it. And then the way the wire wants to come around and sit on the plug. Nowhere near it. No matter how hot it gets, this wires don't like to lay down. They will stay put. And if you put the high performance one, it still will stay put. Here's your clearance. I'm gonna pull that off for now. Check this inside. And this one has the large hole, so we leave the little cap thing on here. See that little cap? Over the last 9 or 10 bikes I've been throwing that cap out. On this one it has the large to accept that cap, so you want to leave it on there. Let's put the plug wire there. Alright, let's get back to work. I'll get this done. I gotta change the handlebar for the guy before I can put the throttle and the clutch cable. Oh, that's right, you're going to work on the gas tank. Let's get that done. How about that? Flat washer. Block washer. Nut. Because sometimes you feel like a nut. Sometimes you don't. Oh man, George got a nut. Mounds don't. Sorry, those were commercials of my kid age when I was a youngster. I can hear them on the TV. Certain words get me, how do they say? Nostalgic. Alright, come here. There you go. There, girl. We're going to center this piece. I don't know how it wants to sit. Okay, the top one is going to slightly accept it. Not very well though. It's giving me a fight. Weak ball. So let's just put the nut on for a moment. I'll show you what I do. I usually put the nut on it like this. Let's hold that one still. Let's try to get this one in. We're going to bring it around here. Come on, baby. There we go. Like this. It just doesn't want to fit. I think I remember telling you guys, there's going to be days you can't use the nuts and washers on these if you have the wrong bike, which of course would have the wrong bike. But I can't tell the customer that. The customer wants this bike done. That's what he wants. It's for his daughter. I don't know. There we go. I got it in because the lock and washer and nut and both washers weren't on it. So the point is to get it on there. Let's just get them threaded. I can't see where I'm going, so it's giving me a little bit of time to write this on. I'm just having a hard time with that one. 8mm. 8mm here. 8mm there. 8mm here. 8mm here. Alright, now, let me bring the tank around here while it's still moving. Alright, no more than that. Because this thing has a curve in it. It doesn't want to sit right. It's not long enough because they moved the bar all the way forward. So therefore everything is crammed up in one spot. The gas tank is even crooked. Guess what? As long as you don't overfill it, you'll still get at least 60 miles. 60 miles to that tank instead of 80 miles. That beach. Yep, sir. There we go. There it goes. All the way in. Would you look at that, man? This is really crammed in one spot. We don't like this brake. The dude I'm dealing with don't. He don't care. Just get it done. That's what I'm doing. Just getting it done. Guess what? The hose don't even reach that far down there. Another problem. I hope I have some spare hosing. Because I only got one kit so far. And I ain't gonna look like enough. Go to my bag. Let me see. I believe I picked the shortest one, didn't I? That ain't gonna work. I'll have to tell him to fix that. Okay. So what you saw me do is flip the carburetor upside down so that these three pieces can come out. So that I can throw the cable on. So I put the cable on this side of the carburetor. You can tell the difference between the clutch cable and the carburetor cable, because on the back end, the front end, you got a lead piece, and so on the back end, a small lead piece. On the clutch cable, there's no lead piece on the back end. So now you throw in this piece here first. That's the top of the carburetor. Your spring from the top of the carburetor. Hold them together. Here's your jet needle. They come from factory right dead center. You can lower it down to the bottom slot and make it richer. Bring it to the very top and make it leaner. Comes with a C-clamp. You need to put that in there to hold that needle down. Then you take this little lead piece and bring it up through the slot here and the E-clip, which it does, it's giving me a little bit of problem here. So I'm going to take the needle, turn it, and voila, she's in. Okay? Right now it's sloppy because I don't have it in the throttle on the other side. But it ain't enough to let it fall out, I don't believe. No, it's not. Either way, I can just throw this on the carburetor. Let's just slide it into the carburetor and get it to screw down, so it'll just hold everything there. I know that the E-clip won't disappear on me. Okay? The whole carburetor system is just loose. That goes in there. And then this goes in here. What's happening inside the carburetor when you throttle, you're pulling the cable like this. And it's sliding the carburetor bowl in there. Hear it? So, next thing. We gotta remove the handlebars. Otherwise the rest of the job ain't getting done. I mean, this is not part of the bike club. If you don't want to watch it, skip through it. Matter of fact, I'll skip through it. Alrighty. I got it on. Next, throttle. Handles. Don't fall over. Here we go. Now this is one of those types that the nut falls right out the bottom. So be prepared to catch it. The last 12 builds I had, the nut did not fall off the bottom, period. So take this there out, put the nuts down, because now it's time to get an idea of where this is going to sit. That's all we're doing right now, just to get a mark on the handlebar where we're going to sit it at. Where can we get a good reach on the so that's all the way in. I back it off a little bit. Where can we reach the kill switch? Then I take the screwdriver, I go right in there, drop everything, I don't care, and I hit it and scratch it off. Give it a crosshairs. And then this is the punch. I ain't even hitting it. Like a little girl. A little girl. Let's get the new doggone step bit. Where's the top piece? I let it all fly down there, didn't I? Here we go. So right now the hole is big enough. It is, but it feels like it's hard to find. So let's step one more step down. There you go. I know it'll fit now. Don't fall down. I know I keep hitting you. But you don't have to fall down because I hit you. Alrighty then. Let's get this cable here. Guess what? Muffler's so close there, the cable has to come around this way with the clutch cable. Oh, both of them together. How about that? That's very nice. Everything's coming out on this side. Clutch cable, kill switch, the throttle cable. It's all going to be coming out on this side here. Isn't that nice? And it's just going to keep on getting caught down there. So I might as well just go ahead and here we go. Don't fall down. Keeps trying to fall down on me for some reason. Scratch up the nice blue paint, that's why. Voila. That's done. What happened here? I wanted it to fall out this way. Okay, still got it. I want it to go this way. I'm going to tighten it up with a 9/16 or 14 millimeter, whatever one you got. Be aggressive. This is plastic. Just thread it up against plastic. So all you want to do is get it to where it won't move and it doesn't fall down. So now the natural swing here is that, and that. Now we're going to do the clutch side and give that. They're all going to swing together. Get it? Swing. Batter, swing. Batter. When you bring that spring we just put on there, here, pinch it up against the motor. And you take the little spring, pull that cable out, put it down to the cable on the other side of this thing. And most likely that nut is going to be too tight for me. It'll out of me. I'm going to tighten it up by hand just so it'll hold the cable in there. Now, we're almost at a full. The bicycle itself build is almost done. All I got to do is the chain now. Boom, 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 boom. Anyways, let's connect these two guys. Let's connect the two eight. They're connected now. It's time for the zip ties. Zip, zip, zippity doo. Yeah, Chew. What's happening, Chewy? Huh? You having a good day? You having a good Memorial Day, Chew? Yeah? The last thing, make sure this turns this way. I'm going to clamp it right up here with this guy. And there you go. Cable management done. That was the easiest cable management I ever did. 3. Only took 3. Normally I'm doing 6 to 10. There it is, buddy. There it is. Let me put it. I do have to do another cable. Dave Nabbit to keep the basket still. There you go. The basket's back on. I took off of it. Our next encounter